friends, welcome to Kavita Medicos Education. This is part 3rd of pulmonary tuberculosis. So here in part 3rd, we are going to start with the treatment of TB and its nursing management. So here we are starting with the treatment of TB. So anti-tubercular drugs is provided by the government in DOT center. So these are the chemotherapeutic drugs which are provided by the government in DOT center. Okay, so these drugs are provided by the government in our DOT center like PSC and CSC center. So what is the full form of DOT? DOT means directly observed therapy or directly observed treatment short course. Okay, so these drugs are free of cost, which is provided by the government in our DOT center. So it's a multi-drug approach. Multi-drug means we are giving 3-4 tablets together. Okay, so it's a multi-drug approach, and the minimum course of this TB drug is about 6 months. So in 6 month duration there are 2 phases. First we have initial phase of 2 months, and next we have continuation phase of 4 months. So it's a 6 month duration course. So if person do not take this medicine, then what will happen? His body or the bacteria will become resistant to the drug. Okay, then the course will become expand. Okay, so the next course duration will be of 9 months or 13 months, or sometimes it can be of 30 months also. So it's very important to take the TB drugs in a regular form. Okay, so these drugs are given by the medical supervisor or the health workers who are working in DOT center. Okay, so it's very important for the patient to take a proper nutritious diet and TB drugs in a regular form. Okay, so here anti-tuberculosis drugs are divided into 3 categories. First we have first line drugs, next we have second line drugs, and next we have some newer forms of drugs also. So it's important to read the first line drug in a detail. Okay, so here I have given a trick of learning the medicine. So trick is ribes. Okay, ribes kept okra. So this is a trick, this is the best trick to learn the medicine. So ribes are for rifampicin. Okay, so this rifampicin tablet is given through the oral route, and the dose of this tablet is 10 mg per kg per day. Okay, so this rifampicin is denoted by the letter R. Okay, so this letter is R, which will denote the rifampicin. It is given 10 mg per day. Okay, some drugs show the bactericidal effect and some drugs show the bacteriostatic effect. Okay, so bactericidal means it will kill or completely eradicate the TB bacilli or bacteria. Okay, cidal means it will kill the bacteria, and bacteriostatic drugs means it will inhibit or stop the growth of mycobacterium. Okay, it will stop the growth of bacteria. So this rifampicin will show the cidal effect. Okay, this rifampicin will prevent the DNA polymerase enzyme. Okay, it will prevent the formation of RNA material in the bacteria. Okay, when the genetic material of bacteria will not form, then the bacteria will die itself. Okay, so it will stop or prevent the DNA polymerase RNA enzyme. Okay, so it will prevent the genetic material formation in the bacteria. So it will do the cidal effect. It means it will kill the bacteria. Cidal means it will kill or eradicate the bacteria completely. So there are some side effects of these drugs also. So rifampicin will do a hepatic damage because this rifampicin drugs get metabolized into our liver. Okay, so it will do the hepatotoxicity in the liver. It will damage the liver, and again it will show some flu-like symptoms in the patient, and sometimes the patient body secretion get red orange. Okay, so always tell the patient about the side effect of this drug. Okay, so it will make the urine, tear and sweat in the orange red color, and the vagina secretion also. Okay, but these side effects are of temporary. When the patient will stop the rifampicin, then this side effect will automatically disappear. Okay, next we have isoniazid. So this isoniazid is denoted by the H. It is again given per orally. With the oral route we will give this tablet, and the dose is 5 mg per kg per day. This isonside will prevent the cell wall formation in the bacteria. So bacteria cell wall is formed by the mycolic acid. Okay, so many enzymes and proteins are required for the formation of cell wall of bacteria, and this isonside will prevent the mycolic acid cell wall formation. Okay, it will kill the bacteria. When the cell wall is not formed in the bacteria, then the bacteria will become die. Okay, so it will sidle the bacteria, it will kill the bacteria. And the side effects are peripheral neuropathy, means there is neuritis in the patient. Patient will have a tingling sensation in his nerves. Okay, he will have irritating, itching and tingling sensation in the nerves. Okay, he will have numbness in the nerves. Okay, and patient will have optic neuritis. Sometimes there is a optic nerve damage also. So always give pyridoxine, that is vitamin B6 with the isoniazid. Okay, so whenever you are giving isoniazid tablet to the patient, then always give pyridoxine with it. Okay, pyridoxine, that is vitamin B6. Never give isoniazid alone. Okay, vitamin B6. Next we have P for pyrazinamide. It is denoted by the letter Z. It is denoted by letter Z. The dose of this tablet is 20 mg per kg per day, and the route is, again there is an oral route, and it will show the sidal effect, but it will show the weak sidal effect. Okay, bacteria get resistance to the pyrazinamide first. Okay, so earliest resistance shown by the bacteria with the tablet pyrazinamide. It is a weak sidal. It will kill the bacilli or bacteria which are present outside the alveoli, outside the cell. Okay, so it will kill the extracellular bacteria. Side effects are impair liver function. It will impair the liver. Okay, it will do the hepatic damage, and it will increase the uric acid level in the blood, that is hyperuricemia. Okay, when the uric acid level will increase in the blood, then the patient will have a gout problem, and patient will have a arthralgia problem, means he will have a joint pain. Okay, so it will increase the uric acid secretion in the blood, due to which patient will have a arthralgia and joints problem. Next we have E for ethambutol. It is denoted by letter E. So the dose of this tablet is 25 mg per kg per day. Again it is given with the oral route, and it will show the static effect. Only ethambutol is a drug which will show the static effect. Static means it will inhibit the growth, or it will stop the growth of bacteria. Okay, it will stop the multiplication of bacteria which are present in inactive form or which are less active. Okay, so mostly it will static. Other drugs will show the sidal, means other drug will kill the bacteria. Only ethambutol is a tablet or drug which will show the static effect in the bacteria. It will do optic nerve damage. Okay, E for ethambutol and E for eyes. So it's easy to remember. E for ethambutol, E for eyes. So it will damage the optic nerve in the eyes. Okay, so due to optic nerve damage, patient will have a color blindness problem. He will not able to differentiate between red and green color, and sometimes patient will have a blurred vision. Okay, and always remember, never give ethambutol to the children who are less than 5 years of age. Okay, because children will not able to tell their problems. Okay, so never give ethambutol to the small children, because they will not able to speak properly that what they are facing. Okay, so it will do optic nerve damage. E for ethambutol, E for eye. Eye means optic nerve damage. Next we have streptomycin. Sorry. Only the streptomycin tablet which is given through the IM route. So streptomycin is given through the intramuscular route, and it is given 15 mg per kg per day. It will show the sidal effect. Okay, so it will stop the ATS ribosome in the bacteria, because when the bacteria cell wall get formed, then many enzymes and proteins help the bacteria to for the formation of cell wall. Okay, so it will stop the ATS ribosome protein of bacteria, which will prevent the cell wall formation in the bacteria, and bacteria will die. Okay, if cell wall will not form, then the bacteria will die. So it will show the sidal, it means it will kill the bacteria. Side effects are, it will damage inner ear, and it will show nephrotoxicity, means there is a toxic level will increase in the kidney. Okay, it will damage the kidney. But these side effects are temporary. Okay, when the patient will take the TB tablets, TB drugs, then only the side effect will come. Okay, if patient will quit the tablets, then the side effect will become less. Okay, and always these first line drugs are preferred in the TB patient because they are very good drug. They are we can give this drug on the regular basis. They have low toxicity effect in the patient body. Okay, if the bacteria is showing the resistance through these drugs, then we come to the second line drugs. Okay, then we will give second line drugs to the patient. So kept K4 kanamycin. In second line drugs we have kanamycin, ethanomide, para amino salicylic acid and thiacetazone. If bacteria is showing resistance to the second line drugs also, then some newer forms of drugs are coming in market. Like we have Ocra. So the learning trick is Ocra. O means ofloxacin, C4 ciprofloxacin. These are the antibiotics. C for clarithromycin, R for rifabutin, and A for azithromycin. These are all antibiotics drugs. Okay. So first line drugs are used in a regular basis. Okay. They are the best choice for the TB disease. Okay. They are less effective and they have low toxicity. And these second line drugs have high cost range and they are very toxic form of drugs. So it's better to give first line drug to the patient. If these drugs are resistant by the bacteria, then we will go for second line drugs. So these were the medical management of TB. We have nursing management of pulmonary tuberculosis. So here in nursing management, it's very important to ensure the proper treatment goal for the patient. Okay, and to prevent or subside the final symptoms in the patient, and we will check for any complication of TB disease condition. So here in nursing management, first point we have isolate patient. Okay, so always isolate the patient in negative pressure room. Okay, separate the patient in another room from the other members. Okay, so always isolate the patient in a negative pressure, well ventilated area. Next we have use N95 mask. Whenever any healthcare workers or family members are visiting the patient, then use proper PPE equipment. Okay, always wear your N95 mask and surgical mask. Next we have promote hand hygiene. Educate the family member and the patient about the hand hygiene. What is the proper way of doing the hand hygiene and how to use the alcohol based hand rub. Next we have administer anti-TB drugs. Okay, always make ensure that patient take his TB drug properly at proper time. Okay, never skip the dose of TB drugs. Okay, so make sure that patient take his TB drug regimen in a proper way. Next we have monitor for side effect and always ensure that is there any side effect related to TB drugs like hepatotoxicity, okay, damage in the liver, nephrotoxicity, damage in the kidney and other flu-like symptoms and optic neuritis condition. Next we have educate about the importance of completing full treatment. So teach the family members of patient and as well as the patient also. Okay, so teach the patient that why it is very important to complete the course of TB drug regimen. Okay, so it's very important to teach the patient about TB drug course which is of long duration like 6 months, 9 months or sometimes 13 months also. So teach the patient about the TB drug course. Next we have maintain sterile suctioning technique. Whenever you are doing suctioning the patient, then use your PPE equipment like gloves, your mask and use the proper sterile equipment as well as the sterile technique of doing the suctioning. Next we have maintain adequate hydration. So make sure that patient body is well hydrated. Okay, it's very important to give a lot of fluid, a lot of liquid to the patient because the liquid will lose the phlegm or mucus. Okay, so it will be easy for the patient to spit it out. So liquid will break the thick phlegm. Okay, so it will be easy for the patient to spit it out. Next we have nutrition. So proper balanced diet and high protein and high carb diet is very important for the patient. Next we have vitamin B6, that is pyroxine. So whenever you are giving isoniazid means H tablet. Okay, so whenever you are giving H tablet to the patient, then with the H tablet you have to give vitamin B6, that is pyridoxine. Why we are giving vitamin B6? To prevent the patient from peripheral neuritis and peripheral neuropathy. Next we have provided covered container for sputum. So always give a sterile and a new container for the sputum collection, and that container should have a lid. Okay. Next we will dispose or replace the container frequently. It's very important to give new container to the patient in every day, and we have to dispose the container in a proper way. Okay. And teach the patient that whenever he is coughing and sneezing, then he will always cover his mouth with a tissue paper or with the elbow. Okay. Then he will do a proper hand hygiene. Next we have BCG vaccination in children. So make sure that every children get the dose of BCG vaccination to prevent from the pulmonary tuberculosis and other extra pulmonary TB diseases. Next we have anxiety related to misconception. So there is a social stigma. So what is that social stigma? That TB is not curable, but you have to teach the patient that there is no way of that there is a proper way of treating the TB. Okay, so you have to suppress, or you have to relieve the patient anxiety and fear. Okay, so there is a stigma in society that TB is not curable. So educate the patient that TB is a completely curable disease. Okay. Next we have monitoring and follow-up by clinical. So teach the patient that why follow-up is important. Okay, why clinical diagnosis is important when you are going through the TB regimen or TB drugs course. Okay, so always do the follow-up of the patient and see the clinical examination of the patient, and always do the radiological assessment of the patient like the X-ray and CT scan. So follow-up of the disease condition is very important. Through the follow-up we can get sure that our TB drugs are working in a good way. Next we have position the patient in high formula position breathing technique. So whenever patient is feeling suppressed in the breathing, whenever he having dyspnea, then you will provide a high formula position to the patient to ease the breathing, and teach the patient about the breathing techniques like the pursed lip breathing. Okay, like how to use the deep breathing exercises. Next we have monitor body weight. So on a daily basis monitor the weight of the patient. Okay. Next we have patient education is very important about the TB drug regimen, about the side effects of TB, and psychosocial support. Okay, patient feel very lonely, he have anxiety disease condition, and he is not sure that his TB disease is curable or not. So he have fear, anxiety and loneliness. So always give psychosocial support and emotional support to the patient. Friends, if you have liked my videos, or if you are watching my videos, so please like, subscribe to my channel for more new updates. And thank you so much for watching my videos.